Good morning, children. Let's continue discussing exercise 4.3, question number 7, Roman number 5. The perimeter of a rectangular plot of land is 66 meter. Taking its length as x meter and the breadth as y meter, write a linear equation of the information. So we need to write a linear equation of the information. So let the length of the plot be x meter and the breadth of the plot be y meter. So given perimeter is 66 meter. So we know the formula to find the perimeter of a rectangle. So it is 2 into length plus breadth. So if the length is x and the breadth is y, so it will be 2 into x plus y equals 66. So if 2 comes down, it will be x plus y is equals to 66 by 2. Therefore x plus y is equals to 33, which implies y is equals to 33 minus x. So actually this is the linear equation. So let's put this linear equation in a graph. So let's show this in a graph. So the points which satisfy the above equations are tabulated below. That is, if we put the value of x as 0, so the value of y will be 33, only 33 will remain. So if we put the value of x as 20, then 33 minus 20, only 13 will remain. So therefore the value of y will be 13. Therefore the points, that is a 0, 33 and b 20, 13 are plotted on the graph. So this is the graph. As you can see, this is the a point. So here we have used 1 centimeter to represent 5 units. So this 1 centimeter is representing 5 units. This is 1, this is 5, as we can see. Again, this is 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter in both x and y axis. So therefore this point represents the point A, which is 0, 33. That means 0, 33, it will be just nearing to 35. It is 0, 33. As we can see, there is no movement in the x-axis, and in the y-axis there is a movement of 33. So it is just less than 35. And similarly B, it is 20, 13. So as we can see, in the x-axis there is a movement of 20. There is a movement of 20 in the x-axis. And in the y-axis it is 13. So 13 means just less than the 15. So this is point B. So if we join these points A and B, we will get the graph. So this is the graph of the linear equation, that is x plus y is equals to 33. Then question number 8. It is given in countries like USA and Canada, temperature is measured in Fahrenheit, whereas in the countries like India, it is measured in Celsius. So here is a linear equation that converts this Fahrenheit to Celsius. This formula you have already obtained in the lower class, that is how to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit or Fahrenheit to Celsius. This F stands for Fahrenheit and C stands for Celsius. So that is F is equals to 9 by 5 into C plus 32. So this is the formula. So the first question is, draw the graph of the linear equation above using Celsius for x-axis and the Fahrenheit for y-axis. So we need to use Celsius for x-axis and Fahrenheit for y-axis. So given equation is F is equals to 9 by 5 C plus 32. So therefore the points which satisfy the above equations are tabulated below. So if we put the value of C as 0, because it is given in the question that C is representing the x-axis and F is representing the y-axis. So therefore if we put the value of C as 0, so this becomes 0 and only 32 remains. So therefore the value of F will be 32. So if we put the value of C as minus 10, if we put in minus 10 in place of C, so it will become as 9 by 5 into minus 10, so it will become minus 18 plus 32, that is 14. The value of F will be 14. So this is 14. So the value of F will be 14. So therefore the points A, that is 0, 32 and B minus 10, 14 are plotted on the graph. So this is the graph. So here we have taken the scale 1 centimeter is equals to 5 units. So similarly we have taken here 1 centimeter as 5 units. So this is representing the Celsius scale, Celsius, and this y-axis, it is representing the Fahrenheit. This is representing the Fahrenheit scale. So the first, that is point A, is 0, 32. So as we can see, In the x-axis there is no movement, it is as it is 0, and in the y-axis there is a movement of 32 which is just above 30. So this will represent 0, 32. And the b is minus 10, 14. Then that means in the x-axis there is a movement of 10. As we can see, there is a movement of 10. And in the y-axis there is a movement of 14 which is just below 15. So therefore this point will represent minus 10, 14. So if we join this point, so therefore this AB will represent the graph. Now question number 2, if the temperature is 30 degrees centigrade, what is the temperature in Fahrenheit? So we need to convert 30 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit. So if C is equals to 30, then according to the formula, if we put 30 in place of C, so this 5 will cancel this 30, it will become 54 plus 32, that is 86 degree Fahrenheit. So this is the answer. Then question number 2, then question number 3, it is given that if the temperature is 95 degree Fahrenheit, what is the temperature in Celsius? Now we need to convert from Fahrenheit to Celsius. So it is given that in Fahrenheit it is 95 degree Fahrenheit. Then this is the value of F, that is 95 is equal to 9 by 5 C plus 32. This 32 goes the other side, it becomes minus. So 95 minus 32, 63 equals 9 by 5 C. So the value of C will be this 5 goes up and 9 comes down. So this 9 cancels 63. So 7 5 is 35. So this is the value of C. So C is 35. That means 35 degree centigrade. 95 degree Fahrenheit equals 35 degree centigrade. So question number 4, if the temperature is 0 degree, what is the temperature in Fahrenheit? And if the temperature is 0 degree Fahrenheit, what is the temperature in Celsius? So if the temperature is 0 degree Celsius, then we put the value of C is 0, so therefore only 32 remains. So if the temperature, that means the value of F is 0 degree Fahrenheit, then in Celsius it will be this 32 goes to the other side, it becomes minus 32. So therefore it will be, the value of C will be minus 32 into 5 by 9, which equals 17.8 degrees centigrade approximately. So this is the value of C, that means in degree centigrade. And question number 5, it is given, is there a temperature which is numerically the same in both Fahrenheit and Celsius? If yes, find it. So the answer is yes. So when F is equals to C, that means numerically Fahrenheit and Celsius is equal. Then let's see what will happen. By the equation, in place of F we can put C. So therefore C is equals to 9 by 5 C plus 32. So if we take this to the other side, it becomes C minus 9 by 5 C is equals to 32. So take the LCM and subtract. So it becomes minus 4 by 5 C is equals to 32. So this 5 goes up and 4 comes down. So it will be 32 into minus 5 by 4. So 4 cancels 32, it is 8. So 8 into minus 5, that is minus 40 degrees centigrade. So in minus 40 degrees centigrade, both the temperature, that is degree Fahrenheit and degree Celsius, becomes numerically equal. So that's all for today. The remaining we'll discuss in the next class. Thank you.